Like the cheekier bikinis, like the thong styles, they're always more flattering.
As a dad, I do not want to hear that. I'm all for the full coverage. Let's go like the
you don't
one
want it to be
piece.
like a diaper, like you don't. I don't know, like.
Your first bikini, you get it. Are you like, yes, or you're like, I need to tweak this?
It's like a mix.
Welcome back to A Brand's Tale. I'm here today with the founder of Beachside Bikinis, Amanda. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I had to have this guest because her story is truly incredible. And I was just lucky enough that she's a friend with my youngest daughter. Without giving too much away, Amanda, why don't you give us some information about you?
My name is Amanda Walcott, and I'm 17 years old. I just launched Beachside Bikinis about in April 5th when I was 16, and I live in Newport Beach, California. I was born in Bellevue, Washington. I have an older sister. I have 2 cats and 2 dogs also.
Wow. So you were 16 years old.
When I launched it.
When you launched it,
Yeah.
16, and you became a CEO of a company, which to me, being an entrepreneur myself and being a girl dad, that's just incredible. What were you doing before to have fun? Like what would be a typical day in the life of Amanda before she became a CEO?
Well, if it was like summer, I would probably just go to the beach and tan, and then like go home and get ready and go out and do something.
What hobbies were you doing? Beach. This
Yeah.
only beach.
And cheer.
And cheer.
Yeah.
And that whole cheer part is very important, right? Because you had an unfortunate incident in cheer.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of led this whole snowball effect to where we are today.
Yeah.
Okay, so when did you start cheering?
Like 7th grade, I think.
7th grade. So you were
7th or
12?
8th grade. Yeah.
Did you do gymnastics or anything before that?
I did gymnastics when I was a lot younger, and then I kind of stopped, and then I did a little bit of dance, and then I joined a cheer team, like for competitive cheer. And then I did competitive cheer I did it for 2 years, and then freshman year I played lacrosse in high school and was still doing competitive cheer, and then I transferred to Newport Harbor. I was at Mater Dei freshman year, and then I transferred to Newport Harbor and then stopped doing competitive cheer and was doing the high school cheer there.
High school cheer at Newport Harbor.
Yeah.
Very near and dear to my heart. I know Coach Chris very well.
Yeah.
You're doing cheer and you're trying to go to high school.
Mm-hmm.
This was your sophomore year.
Yeah.
What happened in cheer your sophomore year?
It was right before Thanksgiving break, and I think we had our first competition like a week after we got back. So we were just practicing the routine, and we were doing full out. So if you do cheer, it's just like you run through the whole routine without like marking it, which means like when you don't actually tumble or you don't actually do the stunts. So we were just doing the whole thing. And you start the routine, and it was in a tumbling pass. It was just round off handspring tuck, which is just like round off and then back handspring and then a backflip. And then, I don't know, I just got distracted and like I didn't set the right way. Like I didn't like go into the tuck the right way. And then I just ate it really bad and landed on my head and my neck. And also my hand, like I landed on my hand and bent my hand like backwards. My hand was really, really swollen. Like I didn't even know I landed on my head or my neck or anything. Like maybe I did in the moment, but like thinking, like I never like.
All your focus was on how painful your hand was.
Yeah, because like my hand was hurting
Right.
the most. And then I just did the rest of the routine and just like marked the tumbling, but I just didn't want to like stop it. So I did the stunts and stuff. And then after, I ended up going to the trainer and getting ice for my hand. And like she even asked like, oh, did you hit your head? Because I think they're kind of required. Like when you get hurt, it's like, did you hit your head? And I was like, no, like, because I didn't think I did. Yeah, then we went to break. So I had a break from cheer anyway. And I was super tired. Like I remember we were because we go to Palm Springs for Thanksgiving break every year. And I was like, I don't know, I was just like tired and I just like didn't feel that great, but I didn't really like think anything of it. I just was like, I don't know, the heat.
So people who don't understand head injuries, it's a problem within youth sports, it's a problem in pro sports, of course. Everyone knows the NFL and concussion and CTE.
Yeah.
How long did it take, because obviously you're worried about your hand.
Right.
Right? Your hand is swollen, your hand is painful.
Yeah.
You thought you broke your wrist, you broke your hand, you didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to see the effects of the head injury after the tumbling incident?
Like I would say to feel it, it would be like probably about a week later maybe, because I remember I kind of wasn't feeling that great during the break, and then I remember we went back to school and we had a break, so I went to my friend's house and I was like, I'm really not feeling well, and like I was just like super tired. My head was hurting really bad. I remember I was like, oh, I know my parents will let me leave even though it's the first day of school, because I already wasn't feeling well like before. So yeah, that was kind of when I first like really started to notice.
So it was about 2 weeks later? Or
Probably
about
a week. About a week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had headaches, you were tired, were you dizzy?
Yeah, I'd say I'm dizzy, but I also am anemic, like I have low iron. So if I'm dizzy, it's not really like crazy, like it's not
uncommon for
yeah,
you.
it's not that uncommon, or like you're dehydrated, you kind of like blow it off of just like whatever.
So you obviously your parents then decided, oh, okay, this is pretty. Let's go get you checked out.
Well, I mean, not really. Like it was kind of, I was just sick, is like what I thought. I just had a headache, like really tired. I was really nauseous, so it's just like it all makes sense thinking back to it. But yeah, I just felt like I was like sick, like I had mono or strep
the
or
flu
something.
or
Yeah, the flu. I get strep throat a lot, so I thought it was that. And so then we went to urgent care, and I got tested for a bunch of stuff, and it was like negative, 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 and then like maybe a week. And some of the tests you have to like wait a few days too. I think we ended up going at the end of that week, because it was like I feel like when you're sick, you kind of just like let it sit, and then like once you realize you're not getting better, then you're like, okay, I'm gonna figure out what's wrong. Then we went and got a bunch of tests. I had strep during part of it, like one of the strep tests came out positive, but like nothing else, and it wouldn't, like it doesn't cause that much of issues, and the fact that it was like so ongoing, like it just went for so long. And this is the other thing, is like I'm like don't really sleep that much. Like I'm used to just like, I don't know, sleeping like normal teenager. You go to bed late, wake up early for school, sleep in when you feel like it. I don't know. Yeah, like I was sleeping like 20 hours a day. And at first I think I still went to cheer, but I was like told her like, oh, I can't tumble or something like that. I was like sitting out because my hand was like still really hurting.
Right.
Or maybe it was because I wasn't feeling well, I'm not sure. But then eventually I had to like call out of practice like 2 days later, because I was like, I can't do any. Like I can't.
From your accident to when you got diagnosed, how long was that? A month?
6 months, my dad says.
6 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably.
And so what else started happening with you within those 6 months?
So I would say it started with like headache, fatigue, probably dizziness, really bad nausea. And then like my stomach started hurting really bad, like really painful. And it all was like really painful. Like I was like, could barely walk. I was so tired. Like I literally had to like crawl across my room to go to the restroom, and it was like horrible. Yeah, so then eventually we just like went to a bunch of doctors, and like going to urgent care, it's like, oh, well, I don't have the flu. I don't have like a virus or something. So we just kind of were like, what's wrong with me? And then we went to the hospital like a few times, and like I think we went to the hospital because of my stomach, because it was hurting so bad. And like I don't want to say like be like dramatic, but like I don't know, like when something hurts like really, really bad, and like it just was so like I was so like not used to it. Like I've had like stomach issues before, like you get stomach aches or whatever, but like never anything like this, like at all. Like it doesn't compare to anything. So it's just like scary, because you don't know what's going on. And especially with the rest of it too, I was like, I don't know, I have this really bad stomach ache, like I'm so tired, like what's wrong with me? They're not telling me anything, like if you're just negative for everything, you don't have the flu, like. So
you ended up having a situation where your concussion caused intestinal issues, correct?
Yeah.
At this point, you're out of school, right?
Yeah, well, it was like hard because I was out of school, and this was like, it was November, so it was right before midterms, and then I missed a bunch of class, and I was like sleeping, so I wasn't doing any homework, and when I was awake, it was like, I wasn't really like staring at a computer and like locking in doing my Spanish homework or whatever it was. So yeah, I missed a lot of school, and I think before they like submitted the grades for midterms, I was able to like go in a few times and like do a couple tests or like a little bit of work to like close out my grades for that, and then I was like out of school.
Then you're out of school.
Yeah, I mean I was technically already out of school, but.
So when you're recovering from this head intestinal problem, you're in and out of the hospital continuously?
Yeah, because like we were just trying to figure out what was wrong, and like for a while we didn't even know it was a concussion. I mean, I still didn't like think it had anything to do with this cheer thing. Like I was just like, I thought it was just random. And then yeah, like we went to the hospital a bunch of times. It was so bad. Like you stay there forever, and they do a million scans, and they're like one of the doctors, this is like crazy, like they were like, well, what do you want me to do? I was like, I don't know. Like, you tell me. Like,
Figure out the puzzle.
yeah, I'm like, figure out what's wrong with me. Like,
Yeah. Well, being a doctor, I can tell you sometimes the puzzles are hard.
yeah.
So you're now basically confined, it sounds like, to your bedroom.
Yeah.
You're not in
mostly.
school. You're probably not seeing too many friends.
Yeah.
Where did you go to get away? If you felt okay, where would you go to like get away from the house and just get out there?
The beach.
What was it about the beach that just drew you in? Like, I understand. I mean, we live on the beach. I love walking on the beach. I love sitting there. You can find peace within yourself.
Yeah.
What was it for you that
It's honestly is kind of like everything. So like a lot of the symptoms that I was having, it's like headache, stomach ache, really bad stomach ache. And like with the stomach ache, I had a heating pad all the time. So like literally I have a portable one. Like if I left my house, I would like wear it. Cause like heat was just kind of the only thing that would help, which like sucks. Cause it's like you want to take like pain medicine or something. It's like, why is it not fixing it? So yeah, I would use like heating pads, and then I feel like I've always had like a little bit of like anxiety and stuff like that, but it definitely got 20 million times worse. And yeah, I've also had like a little bit of trouble with like breathing. Like that's so random, but so the beach just kind of was like healing place for me, and it just kind of, it's so relaxing. Like you can just walk around and like, well, I mean, at this point I wasn't really doing a lot of walking around, but it's really nice because you can just like lay and the sun is your heating pad. So like you don't have to bring your portable heating pad, you just like lay in the sun and it'll do it for you. And like you just listen to the waves and it's so relaxing, and I don't know, it's just like the best place. Like fresh air, it's just so calm, and like there's so many people around you too. So I was like super lonely, but like I kind of was, because it's like you're just in bed all day. Like I'm not going to school, like I'm not seeing anybody except for like the doctors, like, and my parents. So yeah, like it's nice to just like be around people, even if I don't have the energy to like be hanging out with them or whatever. But yeah.
So you could go to the beach, you could people watch.
Yeah.
And
or even just like listen. Like if you're just like laying in the sand, you could just like tan and like feel the sun and listen to the waves and like the people. It's just like relaxing, you know?
Right. No, I understand. It's a great place to go find mindfulness.
Yeah.
It makes total sense.
Yeah.
When did the idea of I need to start making bikinis hit you then?
So it's hard to think, because when I look back on time frames, like it's kind of like spotty, and like it's interesting because I think I started it more when I actually had like more energy and stuff, and was like, I really want to like pursue this. It was also before Christmas because it was in November, and I was doing some bikini shopping with my free time. I just kind of felt like it was really overwhelming, which is kind of dumb. Like the last thing you want to, like, shopping should be fun, you know? I was just scrolling, and it's like you just get like brain rot. Like you're just scrolling for hours on different websites, and I have like a list on my phone of all the places I go, like all the websites to look at, or all the different companies, and so I don't forget, like if I'm looking for bikinis, I'll go on here, and then I can look through all of them and find my favorites.
So you have a section for bikinis, a section for dresses, a section for shoes?
I just have a big list with like all the stores, and like I know what it would be, or some, because some
sounds like my
a
daughters. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I completely know.
Yeah. So
you were getting very frustrated with bikini shopping.
I just felt kind of like overwhelmed, because it was just like the shopping process gets really hard. Like you're scrolling for so long, and I think it's great to have a lot of different options, but it's like kind of hard because like there's a lot of like different styles, and like my mom likes this style and I like this style, and like they sell both of them which is great sometimes, but like it's just kind of frustrating when you have to like look through everything. And sometimes I just want to say, like, if I could just click on a website and like you may or may not like it, whatever they have to offer, but I don't know. And then like, gosh, if I could just go through a whole list of like everything. Should I just go through right now?
Go for it.
Okay. So basically, well, one of them is just like if it's repetitive, like everyone already has it, you know, like it's just they've been selling it forever, like it's out of season, or I don't know. I don't want to say that, but it's just like I don't want to get something that everybody already has. You want something like somewhat unique, at least a little bit. A lot of the things when you're shopping, like it makes it even harder when you like are so nitpicky, because I was really like, I mean, you're spending a lot of money on bikinis. Like the industry, it's like expensive, and if you want a nice one, they're gonna be expensive. So it's like you're looking, and it's like you want it to actually be perfect, right? So some things that I would look for, like adjustable straps. This is the stupidest thing ever, but one time I got a bikini and I had to get the straps altered because they were like too long, which just doesn't make any sense, because it was just, I like didn't pay attention to the style when I got it, and it was a style that probably would normally have adjustable straps and it didn't,
Mm-hmm.
which is just so weird that you would actually have to even like look for that, I feel like. But anyway, stuff like that and just like the styles that I kind of wear. I mean, in my opinion, I'm always kind of buying the same styles. And I know that's not the same for everybody. And I do think that like it changes sometimes. If I see another style that I really like, I'll for sure like give it a try and stuff like that.
Right.
But there's definitely a core like triangle tops, stuff like triangle halter tops with the ties. Like I could buy those for the rest of my life.
The crazy thing is I understand what she's saying because of my girls. Yes,
yeah.
continue.
And like they're great for tanning, like they just like fit perfectly, whatever. There's certain styles that you could just have as many as you can, and you're never gonna have too many as long as like you're not buying the same print, you know, you're buying different colors and different variations of it, just the same style. Yeah, basically there were just a lot of little things that I was looking for. Styles like the coverage. I mean, I know coverage is different on like everybody has different preference on this, but I just think it's kind of unflattering in my opinion. Like not to be like I'm not hating, you know, everyone has a different opinion on what they feel comfortable wearing and stuff like that. But I just feel like the cheekier bikinis, like the thong styles, they're always more flattering, like in my opinion. So, you know, you're looking for a specific coverage, a certain.
As a dad, I do not want to hear that. I'm all for the full coverage. Let's go like the
you don't
one
want it to be
piece.
like a diaper, like you don't. I don't know. Like I just some like unless they're made like really well. Like I do think sometimes there's certain ones that are done really well, but I don't know. I just like I like the tan lines to be like minimal and like I just think it's more flattering generally. Not always, but generally.
You are a petite girl. Were you having trouble with bikinis fitting you?
Yeah, so also this is another thing is just I'm not very tall either. And like that's kind of always been a thing is I feel like a lot of swimwear is really high-waisted. I've always noticed this whenever you go shop, there's certain styles that like you literally just can't buy. Even if they're really cute. Like I'd go try them on, hope every time, just somehow this one's gonna be made different. And like they're always just like so high and like they're cut super high because like I feel like they're normally kind of made for like taller girls. And in Orange County, I would say there's a lot of petite girls. So like if you go to a store, they're always sold out of like the extra smalls and stuff like that. So I always just kind of wondered why they don't just like have more of those.
It's because the 12-year-olds are wearing cheeky bikinis. That's why in Newport.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Go to the beach. You'll see it. You'll definitely see it.
So yeah, I always like the high-waistedness, just like the fit. There's certain styles like if they ran big, it's like you don't really want to have to size up when you don't want to, and if they already run big, then even the smallest size might not fit. And I think for swimwear, people already size down, you know? Like swimwear, you want it to be as fitted as possible, so even if you're, you know, maybe not an extra small in like jeans or whatever, like you maybe be an extra small in bikini bottoms because they're fitted. And I think everyone would probably agree. It's like if you're going swimming, you'd rather be fitted than like slightly big. Like slightly big could be a really big issue.
Especially if that wave takes you out.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you're like jumping, like bridge jumping or something, like jumping off a boat, like going swimming. I don't know. It's just like gotta be careful.
And then voila, Beachside Bikinis is born. How'd you come up with the name?
So this is the thing that I noticed that I actually started it way earlier is I bought the domain because like the domain is the website URL and you have to buy it. They're like $15, but you have to buy it to like claim it, you know? So I got that a while ago and then I got it just like because I don't really know. I just kind of thought about it. I don't know. I just thought of it off the top of my head, I guess. And then I wasn't sure if I really liked it, so I was like waiting on it. And then like time kind of went by and I was actually like developing the bikinis. Like I was already talking to manufacturers and getting fabrics and stuff like that. And I hadn't thought about the name because that's not really your top priority. But it was just in the back of my head. Like whenever I'd go somewhere, like we're at the airport and I'm like on my notes app making a list of like different names I could make it. Or like going on Canva, making logos with the different names and seeing what they look like. Like I would just kind of play with all of them. My favorite one, like I kept going back to, was Beachside Bikinis. And so I was like, why do I not like it? Like, you know, which I didn't not like it. I just was like, maybe I can do better, you know, like just kind of debating between.
So was that the first name you came up with?
It was the first name I came up with.
Yeah, you always go with your first choice.
Yeah, and
you always go.
But that's what I thought is like I wouldn't, you know. I'm like, oh, I could do better. Like you come up with first, and then you like, you know, make it better.
But you always go back.
Right, exactly. So I was like, it's got to be the one. Like it's the winner. So I went back, and then I was this is actually really funny, is I was like so sad. I was like, you know what? I've decided Beachside Bikinis. That's what it's gonna be called. It's available. Like, how is that available? Because that's the other thing that I like was really surprised. I was like, how is that name
Oh,
still
exactly.
available?
The fact that you got it.
With trademarks, with the URL, like stuff like that. It's just like,
Have you looked and seen how much that URL is worth now?
I haven't, but people have tried to sell me the Beachside Bikini URL. I'm getting emails about that. I got one yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I'm not really concerned about because I'm not going to be selling from a different URL, so.
Yeah. Well, some people do that just to protect their intellectual property that they're creating.
Yeah.
You know, it is such a tricky game when it comes to that type of stuff. I mean, but unfortunately, that's the era we're in now. Because someone could get Beachside Bikini and be like creating something.
Yeah.
You know, and then you'd be like, then lawyers have to get involved.
Yeah.
And you do not ever love lawyers, but can't stand them either.
Yeah.
There's a reason that industry will never go away, and they create it.
The other thing is I feel like the trademark is more expensive than the actual URL. So I'm a little bit more concerned with like that, which is fine because you already applied for it. So.
Wow. You're so far
which is
ahead
interesting
of your years.
Because I think it's kind of funny because like when people are, I don't know, you might kind of assume like, oh, you know, her dad did it all for her. Like, how much of the company did you really do? Because you're so young. But like, it's honestly even like when I like explain it, it's like down to the trademark. Like I literally did all the forms and my dad signed off on them. And I don't know how to do all of them. Like there's a lot of things that didn't make sense. So that's not to say like, oh, I looked through it and like I knew all the answers right away.
So your business advisor signed off on everything?
My business advisor, correct.
That's, yeah. I mean.
But like I had questions, right? Like I'm looking through and like I don't know the answer to everything. Like I have to do like questions, but like I was the one sitting there like filling out the forms. So I at least like went through the process.
And then I think on your website you say like the littlest things or the tiny things or.
Yeah, our slogan is "It's the little things."
Okay, so what exactly are the little things?
Okay, so it like kind of fit perfect because it just kind of goes with everything. Oh, there was one other thing is when you were talking about the intellectual property, like it's important to protect it. That's actually is like a good point. I've been like nervous because like sometimes I get nervous of like, oh, you know, like what if someone copies this or copies that, or I mean even like the swimwear, it's like, oh, it's so simple, it looks so basic, like whatever, people could just copy that, they could copy the BB, like whatever it is. But whenever I like get nervous, then I kind of remember it's like you can't, you know, it's so like personal and every single little detail is so thought through. It's not just something that you can just copy and paste and call it a day.
Are those the little things?
Yeah.
So what were the little things that make Beachside Bikini their brand?
So the reason the slogan is "It's little things" is it basically covers like, one is just to kind of appreciate the little things in life, which kind of relates back to like my injury and things like that, because I don't want to be dramatic, but like I kind of thought like I didn't think I was gonna die, but like there were times where I just like wasn't sure what was going on, and it's really scary. And even not even just like, oh, I was gonna die, but just kind of the fact that like you're just knocked out of life. Like it's just like my life literally just completely switched in like out of nowhere, like no expectation of it or anything, like no warning. So yeah, it just kind of gives you like a new perspective on just everything in life, and it's just like you need to really like appreciate everything that. So yeah, there's that. And then also the little things are like just the details, like attention to detail. So like all of the specific little aspects of the styles, like there's a bunch of styles out there, but I went and took all of the best pieces of it and then like evaluated it, and like I just try to make everything as close to perfect as possible, you know. I mean, nothing's perfect, but it's like the best styles that I can find, and they're very selective. Like, you know, if it's gonna be a new style, it's gonna be something that I'm gonna like, and it's gonna be something that I think is gonna sell, and like that I would personally want. Like that's where my ideas to make stuff comes from, is like, I kind of really want this, and then I'm like, let's make it, and like try to make it the best.
Where do you manufacture your suits?
In Bali.
In Bali.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to Bali, or was this just all
I
like
would love to
internet,
go to Bali.
Zoom, phone calls?
Yeah, so I found them on the internet, and I actually had a different one first. So Indonesia is a really huge swimwear manufacturing place, which I had no idea about. It just seems like random, but like a ton of swimwear is made in Bali. So yeah, I had an old manufacturer, and it's just kind of a process, like learning all like. There's just so many things that you don't know. So like I had my first manufacturer that I got. I didn't like spend a lot of money with them or like go too far into anything. But when I was just kind of still figuring out like what it is exactly that I wanted Beachside Bikinis to be, I'd gotten like a sample pack, which came with like fabric swatches, you know, just samples of all of the materials that they use, like packaging from them, maybe like a note from them, whatever. This one I got like a sample bikini from them, and it was from their ready-wear collection, which is like pre-made, sort of. Like, it's
so they give you a template.
Yeah, so like this one I was scrolling through like a huge list of just like warehouse things. But this is kind of more of like fast fashion. Like, it wasn't really designer. It was just, you know, you're picking off of a list of a bunch, like super extensive list of styles, and you pick this and then you pick the print and the fabric. So it was somewhat custom, but it's not the same level of like when you're going through and actually like what's the measurement of this angle right here, and how exactly does that fit on a person, you know, what material are you using here? Like, the level of customization is just so different from what I decided to go with, basically.
So you applied for a trademark, you create a web page.
Yeah, and I've actually created a website before. You're asking what would you like to do in your free time before this. I made a website for my dad one time, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your business advisor. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
You're choosing fabric, you're trusting someone in Bali, which is half a world away.
Which is like confusing because you don't know what's a scam and
Correct.
not to. So I was.
Were you ever scared? Like, were you ever like, this is over my head, what am I thinking?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, that was something I was kind of careful about. One of the reasons I actually picked them was I liked how upfront they were on their website. I was looking for U.S. manufacturers first. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I'm sure there's a lot of swimwear made here, but from what I saw, it was just a lot harder to get details from a lot of the other websites. Like, I just don't like it when they're like, book a callback, and they have no information on their website. Like, they just say, we manufacture swimwear, book a call. It's like, you need to know, like, what they charge, like, what fabrics they offer, are they sustainable, are they ethical, like, where are they located? There's just, like, so many different factors that sometimes they don't tell you, which I just think is kind of sketchy.
Right. Do they have 4-year-olds making your bikini?
Right, which, I mean, of course, you book a callback, you can ask all these questions, but I just think it's, like, kind of like, why are you making me, like, I don't trust it when you're making me put something, you make me put something into it before I can find out anything, because that's, like it's making you too invested, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the one I've picked, I really like. They were super upfront about their website. Like, you can find like all the information. You don't have to call them if you don't ever want to.
And that included models too, right? They had models?
No, they don't. But they have a lot of, I ended up doing the photo shoot. The photo shoot was a whole nother thing of like a whole nother level of research, because there's like production. Do you want like to hire a production company? Do you want a freelance photographer? Yep. Do you want Facebook models? Do you want a modeling agency? I mean, they're all different prices. They all get different things. They're all offer different times, locations. And then you have to rent the studio for the studio shoot, and then you have to pick your location. Do you want to do a public beach or this beach? Transportation costs. Like, there's just so many things with even just like the photo shoot. But yeah, I was really, really lucky with the one I found. I think it was a great value for what I got. Like videos, photos, it was through the modeling agency, so I got the professional models also, and they had worked with it, my manufacturers before. They're not the same place, but they're very friendly with each other. They've worked together. They're like, yeah, we're right around the corner from them. So it worked out great.
Your first bikini, you get it, right?
Yeah.
And you open it up. Are you like, yes? Or are you like, I need to tweak this?
It's like a mix. Like, okay, well, the first bikini I ever got was from the first manufacturer. So, like, I'm going to pretend that's not, because that wasn't really that personal to me, because it wasn't custom at all. Like, I didn't really, I mean, it was somewhat custom, and it was, like, a step in the right direction of, like, whoa, like, I'm making my own business. Like, am I going to sell this? What is it going to look like? So that was cool, but should I talk about, like, the real first samples? Like, the ones from...
You tell me. This is
okay.
Yeah. This is your story.
Okay, so yeah, so the first sample package I got 3 styles. It had everything that I was gonna make, and then I got each of those styles in 2 variations, just like how I ended up selling them. But at first I was gonna do 3 prints and then 3 colors. I ended up only using 3 of the fabrics from the beginning, like the first sample set. One of them I like changed a little bit. The floral one, I had already had that as the sample, but I made the straps white. At first it was all blue florals. But you were asking how I felt about when I received them. So yeah, I was really excited. Like, it's really exciting. Even if it was
At first you're excited, then you're like,
No, I mean, honestly, I didn't expect it to be perfect, because it's like, you're just kind of going on a long shot, you know? Well, because I didn't have tech packs, so I'm not a designer, which is like, tech packs are sewing. It's really specific. It's a lot of information that I didn't know how to come up with.
Right.
So the process of manufacturing for me was different than it might be for another company, and maybe for like the future too. So yeah, I knew it was like not going to be perfect. I was just really excited to like see what it was and how close. And they were like really good for the first set. So I was really happy with it, even though of course there were things I wanted to change.
How many did you get with your first set?
I got six pieces.
Okay.
And I was curious about the sizing too. So I got one set of each in a size that I could try on so I could see what it looked like on somebody. And then I got each of the other ones, like one of the pieces, or each of the other sets in the small, medium, large, which are the other sizes. So we sell extra small, small, medium, and large. So I just got all the sizes so that I would know, like, what is their scaling like, if the sizes were done correctly, just certain things like that when you're actually like, I don't know.
So what was your timeline from finding them in Bali to you actually had your launch party?
Oh my gosh, a year?
A year.
Yeah, I think it was
So
probably
it's a year of
it was probably exactly about a year.
So it's a year of a grind, right?
Yeah. I mean, it might not take everybody a year, but like it was like a lot.
If you're a perfectionist, it takes longer.
Yeah. And also, I mean, it doesn't help that it's like so far. Like their shipping is great, but it's also there's so many things I had like questions about, and there was a lot to figure out. And when I was like still figuring out what colors I wanted to do, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff that I'm just like not sure about. So a lot to figure out, and then the website and social media, like there's just so many different layers that you never even think of until you're actually doing it. And once you want to have them all like set in stone and like good, then it takes a while.
So tell us about the launch party. How was it?
Yeah, the launch party was really fun.
Who, family, friends, who?
So it was at my house, and it was just a bunch of friends, and like bring your friends. We had these cute like little like mini like appetizers and like little dessert cups because it's the little things.
Right on brand.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
On brand.
And then just a bunch of pictures everywhere. We had like Beachside Bikinis, poster to like take a picture with, like flowers everywhere. I really like flowers, so I feel like it's kind of like on brand with it.
Did you feel a sense of relief? Like, wow, I've gotten to here.
Well, okay, so the launch party was technically one day before I actually launched, but it was really exciting just to see everyone's reactions because I had kind of been a little bit secretive about it.
I don't even think my daughter knew.
Yeah, I mean, some people kind of knew I had started because I'd kind of said a little things, but it's like, you're talking about it for a year. Like, oh yeah, you're going to start a company. Like, okay, like, are you actually going to? No. You know, but like, yeah. I actually did.
You did?
Yeah.
That's the amazing part of this story. And that's why I love hearing all your reactions, because all your reactions and what you went through is what us older folk as entrepreneurs went through. I remember the first time I actually deposited my first check with a startup.
Yeah.
It's a feeling you get that is just like a sense of accomplishment on this hand.
Yeah.
But absolute freaking fear on this hand because you're like, what if I fail? Does that thought ever go into your head right now at your age?
To be honest, it's kind of nice that I'm younger, and I feel like that's part of like the upper hand I have, I would say, is that there's not as much pressure. It's like I have my whole life ahead of me. If it doesn't work out, like I got such a crazy experience. Like I know so much more than I did before, and I have a whole, like I've started a company, even if I decide to not pursue it, which I'm going to, and I think it has like, I think I have really good products. I have a good brand. Like I think there's something really good there, and I think it will be successful. So I'm not like too concerned about it.
So are you thinking college, or are you thinking I'm going after the brand? I'm going to do both?
I think I for sure want to go to college. I think there's like no downside. I can like only just like learn more information. Obviously it'll be hard. I don't really know what that's going to look like yet. Of like
fashion.
Trying to juggle the two.
Business, fashion, both?
Maybe both. I think business because I feel like that's kind of the field I'm interested in. But like the more that I get into it, it's kind of the fashion field is definitely would be really helpful to like learn more about too.
Well, a lot of fashion, a lot of schools that give fashion also have great business classes along with it. Yeah. I know Arizona State has a phenomenal education in that.
Yeah.
My daughter's in it.
Mm-hmm. In fashion or business?
Fashion and business.
Yeah.
Yeah. She just, she just was in New York for that fashion. She did it.
Fashion week?
Yeah. Internship for 3 weeks.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So, and she fell in love with it. Now she thinks she's going to move to New York when she graduates. And I'm like, Well, if you got $6,000 a month to pay rent, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I guess that's the case.
Yeah.
But I think the bank of dad will probably come into play a little bit. The fact that you're chasing your dreams and you're doing it at what your age is such a huge advantage for you. So, you know, when we talked before, we were talking about your competitive advantage, right? Are you using social media yet to show, hey,
Yeah.
look how young I am, look at my suits,
I
look at
probably
what we're
haven't
doing?
like taken advantage of it as much as I have. Like I feel like I'm not really like pushing like, hey guys, I'm 17. It's definitely like there. Like we're advertising on Instagram, TikTok.
How's that going for you?
It's going pretty well. I mean, could be improved. I think I need to like lock in on it more. I haven't focused on the social media as much as I would like to. And I think it'd be really fun to like get people involved. Like I just started an affiliate program. So people will make 10% off, 10% commission off of all the sales that they make. It's a pretty good program. So
Do you have enough backlogged of suits that if your suits start taking off?
Well,
How much inventory do you have?
I don't have a ton of inventory left. But I think I have enough. I'm not like too concerned, and I'm trying to figure out I might place a reorder soon. So I think I have a call actually tonight with my sampling specialist to figure out like turnaround time, stuff like that.
How many hours difference is it between here and Bali? They're a day ahead.
Yeah, it's like exact opposite. Well, not exact opposite. Like their 1:30 p.m. is 10:30 p.m. here. So
Okay.
like all of my like meetings or calls, like they're all super late. And I remember when we placed the bulk order, I think it was like 4 a.m, and I was like calling them to make sure that it like went through and everything, because there was like a really big like time thing with a certain fabric.
As you're grinding and doing all this stuff, are you still having any effects from that injury still?
Yeah, it's definitely like a lot better, and I've definitely say like I've gotten a lot more used to it, like learned to deal with it. And also I've just like improved so much. Like when I think back to the fact that it's like I literally couldn't walk, I mean, a lot better than that. So yeah, but I definitely still have like a lot of symptoms and things like that.
What was the toughest bump in the road you had to get over?
Starting a business?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe just like trusting my own opinion. I mean, I wouldn't say that's like the toughest bump I've had to overcome, but I think that's like where I've like grown really strongly.
And that's why I love the fact that you're so young, because what you just said, yeah, just
Because I feel like
for me, it's fear.
Yeah.
Right? When we start a business, once you have a family,
Well, there's a little bit of that. Like, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, like, I've been so, like, on top of everything that it's not, like, there's not, like, too much that's, like, up in the air. And, like, there's so many, like, there's so many little things. There's so many little factors.
Okay, forget the little things. Any big mistakes?
Any big mistakes? I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Because no, the little things all can add up to one big one.
Right.
But
yeah.
the little things, I just kind of chalk up to like learning, right?
Yeah.
You're educating yourself as you go along.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and just starting a business, like there's so many little things that you have to pay attention to that I think that's what's so overwhelming about it, is that you're like, I don't even know how to say them all at once. Like the trademark, building a website, starting social media, marketing, ordering the fabrics, making sure, I mean, and
Having
like,
enough inventory.
not even just like that. Then you go into those topics, and then they each have their own layers. Like, oh, the design, there's all of these layers, and then the sample order. Like the other day, I think I spent 5 hours just making handovers for my next sample order.
Wow.
Then the packaging. Like sometimes I'll get like overwhelmed, like thinking like, oh my gosh, like how am I gonna do this again? Like how did I even do this the first time? How am I gonna order more packaging and reorganize everything and fold everything and tag everything again? Because it takes so much time. And, like, there's just so many things to think about. But you just have to, like, focus on one at a time, which I'm not that good at focusing, so it's hard for me to do that. But
Who do you exactly imagine to wear your bikini? Is it a teen girl? Is it a...
like, someone like me, like a teen girl, young adults, teens. I think more so coastal, but, like, there's no, you know, I mean, everybody could wear it. I don't know what the style. I think the cheeky style is definitely more common the more coastal you get, I would say.
Have you been in any trade shows yet?
I haven't, not yet.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing. I think the cheeky style is in everywhere, because
It is, yeah.
You see it everywhere.
Right.
But you're absolutely right. I think because you were in the bubble of living by the beach,
Yeah.
it's very hard to imagine that.
Yeah. And I think it's just kind of different everywhere. Like, I think it exists everywhere. I just think it's more common.
Anyone in the industry ever reach out to you to give you any advice?
I got advice from Monica Wise. She's the founder of L Space. I talked to her right before when I was figuring out photo shoot things. I think I had already placed the bulk order by then.
Did you not just go down like a Rolodex of people, like go through a directory of people, just reach out to them?
Not really. I've gotten advice. I'm saying like specific names. I've gotten advice from a lot of people in a lot of different fields, but it's never been like, oh, let me just like list out all of these people and like get advice from all of them. It just is kind of like as needed, if that makes sense. Like you kind of meet people out of the random, and I met a DJ and like talked to him. He turned out he owned like a video production, and so it was like nice just like learn about all of that. So, and like I'll like do calls. Like the other day I did a call with a billboard agency just to like, I don't think I'm gonna do that right now, but it's just kind of out of curiosity and just like to learn more about the future or potential. You never know until you ask.
Well, I always make the argument that people need to know the story behind the brand, and unfortunately, a billboard's cool because you can see it as you're driving down the freeway, but it doesn't give you the crud that you need.
Yeah.
Because the bikini industry is very competitive, is it not? And it was funny because you and Amanda from Summer House on Bravo both launched your bikinis in the same month.
Really? I didn't know that.
And her name is Amanda.
That's funny.
Yeah. Doing some research on that, I thought, wow. So that would be someone like, you know, she already has a social media following.
Right, yeah.
But she's getting a lot of backlash because of the cost of her bikinis. Has anyone ever talked to you about how much you're charging?
Yeah, I mean, pricing was actually really difficult to kind of figure out. It's like it's something I thought about for a while. And I think people complain, you know, like, I don't know, there's just so many different opinions about it. And I agree, like, I do think they're expensive, and I don't think you're going to be buying the whole line. Like, that's just not really how it works. But I also think when you, like, if you're someone who genuinely, like, knows what goes into it, the price makes sense when you, like, look behind it, if that makes sense. You know, I'm there's no shade, like, if you don't want to spend that much money on a bikini, you know? I completely get it, but you're not going to get the same product. You're not going to get the same level of detail, the same fit, the same amount of effort. Like, it's just different, you know? And the sustainability,
Well, that's why
ethical,
I just wanted to hit on.
I mean, I don't want to be like, not a hater, but like, you know,
the sustainability
you can spend more
piece.
money or you can support child labor.
Right. Well, I mean, the sustainability piece is a huge thing for you.
Right, yeah.
Like, that is, like, you said sustainability at least 4 times since we're sitting here. Mm-hmm. And then when you and I were talking before, you said sustainability a lot. The fabric.
Yeah. All of our fabrics are recycled.
Recycled.
And eco-friendly, yeah.
And then they're made by?
Carvico, Reprieve. Like, those are the fabric brands. Is that what you're talking about?
Right. Yeah. And
yeah.
That's what they're known
and
for.
Hawaii.
Italy and Hawaii.
Yeah. If you go on their websites, they have a bunch of certifications. And it's not just like, oh, like, I don't want to make that sound bad. Like, oh, they're recycled. Like, they're not good quality. Like, it's not like that at all. Like, they're high quality, recycled. They're UV 50 protectant. Like, there's a lot of, like, layers to it. So they're still really nice, even though they're not bad for the environment.
Starting a company takes money. It can take a lot of money. It can take a little bit of money. What's pretty impressive is that you took out that one loan.
Yeah.
Being so good about not having to go back to the bank to ask for more money.
Well, and I feel like part of it is like, if you just kind of think of it, it's like, oh, well, I could just keep asking for money. I don't know. Like, you kind of have to realize, like, eventually, like, it's your own money, you know? Treat it like you treat your own money.
Right. A lot of times entrepreneurs, they don't, what we call it a stop loss. How much are you really going to put into this before you're like, this is not working?
I think it's important to just, like, be aware of that when you're starting, and just kind of, like, I like to just, whenever I'm spending money on things, like, well, like, regarding the business, I, like, find out as much as I can about what it is. Like, the photo shoot, for example, you know, is it worth it? What are my options? What is the value that I'm getting for it? Like,
and it's all risk.
It's all risk, yeah. But, like, you know, I mean, like, the value is important too. It's like, is this going to be scale up your business, like, make it a whole new level? Is it gonna, I don't know. And, like, marketing, there's so many things on marketing where it's like, oh, this could cost you, like, $5,000, and, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm making this up, but, like, the marketing, it has like so many crazy scales, so it's really hard to figure out like how much you should be spending and where it should go towards. But yeah, like I have just really specific, like I have expense sheets of everything, and then I have kind of estimates when I do research on them of like how much I think it should cost. And it's hard to say like, oh, how much, what's your budget, when you have no idea what it costs. Like a lot of the time when you have your first call, modeling agency or the production company or whatever, like you don't have to be like sure of what it's going to cost. Like they're always asking like, well, what's your budget? And I'm like, I have no idea. Like you're the first person I've talked to. I'm just getting an idea of like what I get and what it costs. Because you can't just say, oh, this is cheaper, so I'm going to go for that. You have to say like, you know, it's $100 more, but it's worth it, you know? Or maybe it's like, this isn't worth it and it's so much more money. So you just have to kind of like be aware of the relative.
Again, I'm going to tell the audience, this is all coming from a 17-year-old high school upcoming senior. And that's the crazy thing. How much do you put into marketing? Because I would think for bikinis, that's where your money would go.
Yeah, I haven't put too much money into marketing yet because I just am not really sure what's going to be like effective and successful yet. So I kind of need to like, I don't know, marketing is really hard. Like that's like, I got to like keep working on it. But yeah, I haven't put too much money onto it because I just want to make sure that everything I'm doing is like effective, and marketing is a really easy way to just burn money.
Yeah,
like,
you need to see a return on investment.
Yeah, like you have to be sure that it's going to, I don't know, do something. Also, the other thing about it is I do think that like you could pay for it, but I think there's a lot of ways in marketing that like are cheaper that you don't, like, I don't know. I think you could either be burning money or you could be kind of like creative with it.
So for you, I'm going to ask you, how do you know if your business is doing well? What are you going to look at?
I look at how many views the website's getting every day, and then also just how many sales, like how often a sale is coming through. I also like to see like what products are selling, because like if there's a certain style that people don't like, or if there's, you know, a color. But that I've been really lucky about that, is like everybody has a different favorite.
So can styles change by season too? Like
yeah,
something that's popular this summer, there's no guarantee it's popular next summer.
Yeah, for sure. But I think like the fit and style, I don't know, in my opinion, it's kind of timeless if it's something that's like, if it's something like the triangle style, I think that's great. And I think, in my opinion, it's not so much of like the style of it versus how it fits. Like this is one thing that I think is really easy. It's really easy to look, especially at our first collection of mostly just like solid colors, and some of them are like shimmery fabrics, right? Like you don't know until you like really like see it in person and the texture, but it's really easy to like just look on the website and be like, this is so basic. Like it's just a triangle halter top or a underwire bikini, but like I just think it's like you could think it's basic, but you buy it and try it on, and like then come and talk, you know? Like once you try it on, it's a whole new thing, because it's like I feel like the fit is just so like it's just kind of, it's different. It's not what you've seen before.
You're a senior in high school. How do you deal with the haters?
I haven't really gotten like a lot of haters yet. I mean, unless like I don't know about it. But like yeah, people have mostly been really supportive about it. And I really ask about like even just like the styles or the cuts, like if there's something people don't like, I want people to be really transparent about it, because I'm not offended. I mean, there's things that I don't like about it too. There's things that I want to improve upon. And like if there's a certain style where I'm like, oh, I'm going to make this a little bit shorter, I'm going to change the ties on this or whatever. Like I have my own opinions on all of them too. So if there's anything that people are like, oh, I don't really love this, I'm not offended at all. You know, everybody has your own opinion.
What has the feedback been from your classmates?
It's been really good. I mean, and I don't know if it's just because they're my friends, so like that's sometimes like I have to take that with like a grain of salt, but like I try to be really clear, like, because I'm actually not offended. Like people are gonna be like, oh, I don't really like this style. Like I'm not offended, it's your opinion, you know? Like I like it and I'm the one who's selling it, so that's what matters. And hopefully other people like it too. But like, yeah, like I always get really nervous like when someone will text me, like if I send a bikini to someone and I know like, oh, they just ordered one, I just shipped it to them. I always get so nervous if they text me like, oh no, like is it not good? Like, is there something wrong? And like I always open it and it's just like, wow, I love this bikini. This is my new favorite bikini. Like, and they always have such specific things to say about it, which is really nice because it's like really thoughtful. Like, oh, I really like the underwire. This is the only comfortable underwire I've worn. Or these bottoms are so flattering. Or like, and then they'll post on their stories and be like, oh my gosh, I love this bikini. Like, these are my favorite bottoms, or this is my favorite top, things like that.
What's the greatest response you've gotten? There's got to be one that you remember.
One of my friends is like, oh, these are my new favorite bottoms, or like, this is my favorite bottoms ever. One of my friends was like, you did your big one.
Yeah.
Like, she tried it on, and it's funny because, like, I wouldn't really expect it from her. Like, she's, like, really nice. Like, she's not, like, mean, but, like, it's just so funny that she, like, you know, she's not the type of person to say, like, send me a whole video and, like, post it on her story and be, like, all excited about it unless she actually really liked it, you know? Like, she could have just gotten it and been, like, thanks so much, love it. Like, that's all she would have done if she didn't actually like it. But she was like, I just like seeing when people are excited about it. And
authentically.
Also, yeah, authentically. Like, when you don't expect it, like, even at the launch party, like, one of my friends was like, oh, I don't know if I could go. Like, I don't know if I'm going to buy anything. And I was like, no. Like, it's just to celebrate the fact that it's, like, finally being launched. Like, you don't have to buy anything. Because I had, like, try-on rooms and I had a bunch of stuff for people to try them on and buy if they wanted to before we actually launched. And, like, one of my friends was like, I don't know if I could go. Like, I don't have any money. I can't buy it, whatever. And I was like, no, it's not like you don't have to buy it. Like, just come to celebrate and, like, feel free to try it on, you know?
Right.
Because since it's mostly online, like, right now it's only being sold online, I do want people to have the opportunity to try it on because the fit is probably, like, the most unique thing about it is just how, like, considerate it is. And, like, once you actually put it on, you'll realize, like, what makes it different.
What's your return rate?
At 30 days. Oh, like, return rate of how many? Nothing's been returned yet.
Nothing's been returned.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I'm nervous to deal with, but.
Well, I mean, no, it's going to happen.
No,
I mean,
of course, yeah.
You know, your personality is not going to be everyone's cup of tea.
Right. And
your product's not going to be everybody's.
Even if you have an exchange, like, oh, I want to change the size, or I don't know.
It's pretty easy, straightforward, 30 days.
30 days with, you know, it can't be worn. The tags have to be attached. It can't be, like, ruined. And I know that they're not when they're getting sent out because I'm sending them all out by myself, and I have them all folded really nicely.
So you're the shipping department as well?
Correct, yeah. And every single one that I look, like, they're, like, the little things. Like, there's so much attention to detail. Like, even your packaging, I want it to be an experience. You know, like, I like receiving packages. Like, I love, like, when you order something online and then you get it a few days later, it's like, oh my gosh, like, it's like you just got a gift at your door. It's the best thing ever. So I want it to be, like, really special.
It's the gift that Amazon's the gift that keeps on giving to all of us, right?
Yeah. No, Amazon's, like, dangerous. You don't even know you're spending money. It's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like.
I have a funny feeling you do.
Yeah. Well, sometimes we'll see. Depends. Yeah, so, like, I just want it to be, like, special. Like, I want the Beachside Bikinis experience is what I call it. Like, I want it to be really easy, fun, and, like, unique. So, like, it should be really easy to shop. It should be really easy to tell what you want. And then also the fact that we have these selective styles that will basically just be in new variations with, sometimes we'll get new styles, but, like, normally it's going to be, like, the core collection and just in new colors, new, you know, like, variations, I'm calling it, because it might have, like, lace. It might be this print. Like, it could be so many different things, but just with the same fit, so it's reliable, you know? And then, but yeah, so, like, with the packaging, so, like, I know there's no damages getting sent out. I know that as a fact because I look through every single one. They're already, like, folded, but I'll, like, go through, refold them. And then I put each of them in their own product bag. So each piece has its own bag with a quote on it from a BB quote.
Oh, wow.
Those are cute. And all of the packaging is eco-friendly. So, like, it's either recyclable, biodegradable. I think all of the product bags and the shipping bags are biodegradable. And, like, the tags are all recyclable cotton instead of, like, plastic, stuff like that. So, yeah, I try to just, like, maintain that with the whole brand. And then I write cards, too, right now.
You do? Yeah,
right now, I mean, as much as I can, unless I get, like, some crazy, like, insane amount of orders once we grow super big. But I like that, and I think I'll probably want to keep that as a part of the brand because I think it makes it more unique. Like, I like opening a package and, like, one, it shows up at your door, it's a pretty color, and it's like, oh my gosh, my bikinis are here, yay. And then, and we do free shipping, and I try to do the fastest shipping that, like, makes sense because I also think that's kind of important, you know, even you may not even need it, but it just kind of makes your day a little bit better of, like, oh, like, that came really quick, like, that's so nice, you know? And then, yeah, so, like, you open it, and then you get to read the quotes on your package, and then you get to read a little card. And, like, it's not like it's a printed out, typed up card. Like, I'm handwriting all of these cards. So, yeah, and sometimes I'll give, like, discount codes or like a coupon, something like that. Just if I don't know, if there's a reason or if I feel like it, I'll write it in the card. So.
How does a 17-year-old juggle friends, social life, schools, and a business?
So junior year, which was like the majority of the year that I was working on this, I went to Fusion Academy. So it's basically like a one-on-one with your teacher. And that I started doing that sophomore year after my injury because I missed, I think, 4 months of school. So like once I had closed out my first semester at Newport Harbor, I was still out of school and like my brain was like dysfunctional, which like I don't want to say like my brain's dysfunctional. It still kind of is like.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well,
I still like.
It takes forever to heal.
Yeah.
I mean, brain injuries are not a joke.
Syndrome and like nerve damage, so it's just like a whole list of things that like, I don't know. But yeah, I just have a really bad memory and like school can be really hard, I think. So, yeah. So the school is nice. It's a really flexible schedule. It's like one-on-one with my teacher. I can be online if I need. And sometimes they like really work with you. Like my marketing class was cool because I was able to work on
your own product.
Bikinis. Yeah, exactly.
Was that teacher so excited?
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, all my teachers were really excited for me, which is cool.
What would you tell another kid who has an idea and wants to start a business? Now you got to talk as a mentor because you've been through it. You started it. What would you tell them?
I just feel like you have to be like fully committed to it, and like it doesn't have to be in the beginning. You know, you don't really, because like I didn't really start out saying like, oh, I'm ready, this is set, I want to start a business, I'm gonna go for it. Like I kind of was just, it was honestly just, you have to be really curious about it. Like it has to be something you're passionate about, because I was really curious about it and I was literally just doing the research out of like curiosity, which is weird because I'm not really the type of person to be like, I love research. Like I don't, but like I was just curious, like, oh, how do you start?
But it's not research if it's something you love.
Right, exactly. Like when you're, it's like online shopping. I don't know, like, but like, even that I said was like overwhelming, but it's just on your own time and things like that. I would just say like don't give up and just like go for it. Like you can't be afraid, if that makes sense. Like if you're afraid of the what ifs or like, oh, what if it doesn't work out? What if this? Like if you have all that like self-doubt, you're never gonna go and just do it. But if you just like look it up, like it doesn't cost any money to search up how to make a website or how to do this, and like what's the worst that can happen, you know? I mean, once you're putting money into it, that's kind of a different story, but like, you know, if it's like you're just ordering sample packs, like those aren't too expensive, and when you're just learning to build a website, like the worst thing you get out of it is like a really good learning experience. So yeah,
websites are their own science for sure. Sure. What are the next big goals you have set up for your company?
So I think our next order will be like, our next collection will be probably a while from now, but I'm really excited. So I just sent in the sample order. We haven't paid for it yet. We have to wait for it to get back. It's like a whole process of that. That's, I think, too, is what affects the time, is that manufacturing company works on like business days, and it's also the opposite day. So unless I have a call, it's like pretty rare that we're back and forth texting. Like you're sending emails, you're doing texts, and it's like you wait a day to get their response, and then you, like, if you ask a question, they respond, you'll wake up the next day and find the answer. And then you'll say, oh, I have a follow-up to this question, and then it takes another day. So it's like really slow with that.
Do you think it would help your business if you did your manufacturing closer?
I've thought about it. Like, I think potentially for like other items, like when I expand into like clothing and things like that, I would look for a US manufacturer. I think that would be great. I mean, California would be even better, because I think it would be really cool to like go to the manufacturer. I think that would be really cool. I love the manufacturer that I have right now, and I feel like it just aligns so well with the company that I feel like it would be really hard to find somebody else who can do that same thing.
You're 17 now, right?
Yeah.
CEO. What does the entrepreneurship mindset mean to you now?
I feel like just having an idea and just like pursuing it and just like not giving up, like how difficult it is or how many layers there are and things like that. I just feel like, and I think this is one thing that's interesting, is that it's like, oh, like you're thinking about it all the time, like everything relates to it, stuff like that. But like it feels so like weird that it's like, oh, like it's like your baby, like it's like your kid, which is so weird. But it's like, then I read that the other day about somebody else saying like, you're not going to be successful unless it's like your kid. And I was like, I thought it was so weird that like, I didn't think it was weird that like I like cared so much about it. Of course, it just is so different, like being in the shoes of like, wow, like then when you meet somebody else who has another company that, you know, it's like you realize like it's such a more personal level than you ever could think.
Amanda, you have blown me away. To have this type of conversation with someone who's just going to be a senior in high school is absolutely incredible. You've done an amazing thing, and I wish you all the best of success in a very difficult position. But the way you keep thinking about all the little things is what's going to put you far and above. So if they want to, it's beachsidebikinis.com, right?
Yeah.
Wow, you got it right on there. So if you want to check out her bikinis, go to beachsidebikinis.com. Amanda, thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much.
You don't understand. I'm actually kind of I'm awestruck. It was absolutely incredible talking to you today. And if you have any other questions for her, what are your socials that they can reach out to you
beachsidebikinis.bb.
.bb. You have everything figured out. It is incredible. Oh, well, thank you so much for watching A Brand's Tale. I hope you enjoyed hearing Amanda's amazing story. We'll catch you next time.